Good afternoon and welcome. Our special telecast continues on India today as the country battles the COVID-19. Maharashtra is one of the worst affected states, and to bring out this special broadcast from Maharashtra, let me now go across to Sahil Joshi bringing us this telecast. Sahil, over to you about the state of Maharashtra.
Well, Pooja, Maharashtra is one of the states dealing with the highest number of coronavirus cases since the time the corona outbreak started in India. The 12 new cases were reported today, 5 of which are from Pune and another 3 from Mumbai. The Nagpur reported 2 cases, while Kolhapur and Nasik reported 1 case each. So the total active cases now stands at around 173. 38 people have been cured so far. The state also has the highest death toll at 8. Addressing the media yesterday, the Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray has once again urged the citizens to maintain the social distancing and said that the people should not venture out on streets without a strong reason. Let's take a look at the number of coronavirus cases reported since the deadly outbreak affected the state. You know, this is also the first week of Maharashtra lockdown, because in state of Maharashtra, the lockdown started much earlier than that of the whole country. On March 9th, the first 3 COVID-19 cases came to the fore. 1 week later, on March 16, 39 cases were reported. Then on March 23, 97 cases, and today it is 215 total number of COVID-19 cases, of course. Out of that, 38 cases have been now discharged from the hospitals. Let's take a look at the total cases over the past 5 days. So from March 26, 130, March 27, 153, March 28, 181, March 29, 203, and March 30, 215. Of course, the latest reports are awaited. So it's a day 7 of the lockdown in Maharashtra, and the entire state is under curfew. Despite repeated appeals, some of the main essential markets like Mumbai's Dadar market was crowded this morning, and the social distancing norms were not followed. But in some places like Kalyan, the municipal corporation divided the whole market into 4 playgrounds and set up social distancing norms. But Mumbai, being one of the most crowded cities, many migrants at Zaveri Bazaar are also suffering. The commercial capital of the city are struggling for the daily needs. They stay on the footpaths and depend on daily earnings to survive. Let's first go to our correspondent Divyesh Singh, who took a look at Kalyan market, where the crowding was prevented by spreading it in the 4 playgrounds. Divyesh, if you can hear me, how this social distancing was managed, because this is the 7th day of lockdown, especially in the place like Mumbai, Kalyan, Pune, Pimpri Chinchwad, and Nagpur. So how this social distancing was maintained in city of Kalyan? I think there is some problem with Divyesh Singh. Let's try and speak to Mustafa Sheikh, who is present in Mumbai at this point of time. Mustafa, crowding still is happening in Mumbai, especially when the people are coming out to buy vegetables, especially at the places like Dadar Mandi, where people in the morning come in the large numbers. The shopkeepers, the retailers come to buy the vegetables. How the government is trying to prevent this crowding, because every day whenever the chief minister comes out and makes the address, he tries to explain to the people that crowding should be avoided.
Well, yes, Sahil, a big concern was Dadar market, and that's the reason that the municipal corporation also tried something new, which was to shift Dadar market out on the border areas of Mumbai. Like Mulund is a starting point from the central suburbs, Dahisar is the starting point from the western suburbs. So these were the places where the BMC tried to shift the other market so that the crowding can be avoided. But at the same point of time, the residents are continuously saying that the supply chains have been affected, and if the supply chains, if the retail carters don't reach, the vegetable vendors don't reach these housing societies, they step out to buy, and then there is crowding at the market. So there are both things which have to be kept in mind. What we can say is that it's day 7, but still, being a huge market, Mumbai still is on the trial and error basis, where the authorities are trying to provide as much as essential services possible. But yes, the residents and citizens also understand that these are not normal days and all supplies can't be delivered normally back to you.
Mustafa, it's quite difficult for the government to make people understand. They should have some kind of a social sense, specifically when everyone is trying to tell them that to keep the social distancing. Everyone understands that they have to come out to buy things of their essential needs, of the day-to-day needs, but there needs to be some kind of a discipline when it comes to the market. Let's have a look at how the lockdown has worked out since last 1 week, because people, specifically in city like Mumbai, have been staying at their houses since last 1 week. So how is the 1 week after the lockdown has worked out for them? Let's take a look. Divyesh Singh, my colleague, has taken a look at this.
As the number reaches 215, the COVID positive cases in Maharashtra has now reached around 215. Government is taking all possible steps to so that the community spread doesn't happen. Markets are being kept. Markets have been segregated to playgrounds. There are various places where markets from market areas, markets have been shifted to playgrounds so that community spread doesn't happen. Also, the worst affected during this lockdown are migrant workers, homeless workers, daily wage laborers who are being provided. We have volunteers who are distributing food over here. I'll ask my camera person to just pan in. We have with us Mr. Vijay Pandit, who's part of a social organization who's providing food to several homeless workers, several people, migrant workers who are stranded at Kalyan City. Vijay ji, ये बताइए किस तरीके से आप ये पूरा ड्राइव चला रहे हैं?
जिनका कोई सहारा नहीं, ऐसे लगभग 250 से 300 आदमी सवेरे और 250 से 300 आदमी शाम, उनके लिए खिचड़ी, 4 पूरी और 1 मिठाई की व्यवस्था हमारे कल्याण ओम शिवम सत्संग ट्रस्ट, जो इस मंदिर का ट्रस्ट है, और कल्याण व्यापारी मंडल, कल्याण जाइंट्स मेट्रो और गोल्डन ग्रुप के माध्यम से, और तमाम कल्याण वासियों के स्टेशन रोड पे बसने वाले कल्याण वासियों के माध्यम से ये सेवा हम लोग दे रहे हैं.
There are concerns about migrant workers staying in the cities amidst shutdown. We are in Zaveri Bazaar, Mumbai's area, which is a commercial hub, and there are thousands of migrant workers here from different states of India who now don't have work due to the shutdown, but at the same point of time are facing same inflation for food and grocery as a middle class person. They used to buy kerosene, which is now 150 rupees a litre in the black market. They don't have ration cards to get it through a PDS systems. What they are relying on is NGOs and people coming and handing over the food to them on daily basis, and they are just hoping that once this shutdown ends, they would want to go to their villages and to back home, because they don't feel that at this point of time they are going to earn anything, but the expense of living in Mumbai is rising every day. With camera person Rakesh Salaskar, Mustafa Sheikh in Mumbai for India Today.
Well, Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray has assured that his government will take care of all the migrant laborers and provide them with the basic necessities like food and water. The Maharashtra government has decided to have around 262 shelter homes like this, and will be taking care of around 70,000 migrant laborers across the state. But the total active coronavirus cases in India now stands at 1,048. The death toll has also climbed to 32 as a 45-year-old woman in Gujarat, Bhavnagar, passed away today. The active cases in Maharashtra soared to 177 after the state reported 12 new cases, while Madhya Pradesh also reported 8 fresh coronavirus cases, taking the total number of active cases to 45 in Madhya Pradesh. The Kerala, with 182 active cases, still remains the worst hit state by the coronavirus in the country. The center has announced a free medical insurance worth rupees 50 lakh for all healthcare workers. The temporary health workers will also get the insurance. Well, this is very clear now that the number of tests are increasing. If you talk about Maharashtra, we used to test around 100 tests a day. Now it is around 2,300 tests, and across India we are testing more than 20,000. So, of course, the number of positive cases are going to grow. I will be joining him by my colleague Mustafa Sheikh from Delhi to understand how the precautions are being taken. We are hearing that the large complexes are being taken, but let's try and look at the whole all India picture, how the various state governments are gearing up to prevent this coronavirus outbreak.
It's a mega crisis for the people, particularly those who are homeless and jobless after lockdown announced to fight against deadly coronavirus. But there are good Samaritan who are offering free food for everyone. And amongst them, this is one of the mega kitchen run by Jhandewalan Temple Trust in central Delhi, where from afternoon to late evening, 10,000 people every day in each shift provided free food. And why the food is being prepared here, it's all being packed and will be dispatched in several police station area, including Sadar Bazaar, Paharganj, Karol Bagh, RK Ashram, and they are ensuring that no one should sleep hungry. Remember, during the crisis, when the government is appealing everyone to offer hands to all the marginalized class, particularly laborers, poor, migrant workers, those who would be affected after the lockdown. Here, a mega kitchen run by Temple Trust in Jhandewalan, providing free food. Many hands here, which are ensuring that food is packed properly and then goes for the distribution. So all across several districts near Central and North Delhi are provided free food, and that's the only duty of humanity, to ensure that no one should sleep hungry in this time of crisis. At Jhandewalan Temple with Pawan, this is Ashutosh Mishra, reporting for India Today.
We're at the Patel Chess Market in Delhi University, where the fruit and vegetable sellers are telling us that at the Azadpur Mandi, while the prices of vegetables have been brought under control with supplies coming in, the prices of fruits are going to be a problem in the coming days. Already, the prices of essential fruits, including the ones rich in vitamin C, such as grapes, oranges, apples, have gone up by more than 10 rupees per kilo in the last week alone. And because the supplies of fruits are not coming in, or at least are trickling in, only those suppliers who have already kept the fruits in their godowns are currently selling. A lot of the mandi is currently on a lockdown because the supplies are not coming in. This is something that the government will have to be very careful about looking into, because as people in the city stay at home, they are being advised to eat more fruits and eat healthier. If the fruits are not there, what is the city going to eat? With cameraman Nasir Khan, this is Anisha Mathur for India Today.
Several vegetable and fruit markets, huge footfall was seen, and those markets, huge crowds were seen while social distancing went for a toss. Now, authorities like KDMC, the Kalyan Dombivli Municipal Corporation, has come up with a unique idea. They have shifted the APMC market of Kalyan into 4 places. These 4 places are 4 playgrounds where hawkers, stall owners have been shifted, and public has been conveyed about these markets being set up at various at the 4 playgrounds in the Kalyan area. People are being stopped at the gate, and also queues are maintained with 1 meter distance between each and every person. This is all being done to contain the community spread of COVID-19. With camera person Mahesh Chavan, Divesh Singh in Mumbai for India Today.
Well, I have joined by my various colleagues out from across India. I have with me Ashish from Hyderabad and Nolan Pinto from Bangalore, and my colleague Mustafa Sheikh continues to be with me from Mumbai. Ashish, first I'll be coming to you. 70 cases in Telangana, and the Kerala CM, the Telangana CM is confident that by 7th of April things will be under control. What gives him that confidence?
Yes, Sahil, you are absolutely right. Yesterday, Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao held a high-level meeting with all the district collectors of the state as well as administration officials. And after that, addressing a press conference, Chief Minister claimed and hoped that Telangana will become COVID-19 free by April 7. The logic behind and the reason Chief Minister says that Telangana currently has almost 26,000 foreign returnees, and out of 26,000 foreign returnees, only 70 developed symptoms, and rest of them, majorly of them will get out of hospitals by end of this month, means 31st of April, and then the 31st of March, and then rest of the remaining passengers who are under quarantine, house isolation, they'll release by April 7. And Chief Minister says that so far none of the those passengers have developed any kind of symptoms, and that's where Chief Minister is confident that they'll not have any further positive cases in the state. But bigger question remains that what if local transmission start? What if the family members or neighbors of these positive cases who are under isolation, under treatment in hospital, they develop certain symptoms? So this will be a bigger challenge in front of the state government. But on the very other hand, Chief Minister claims that by April 7, state might not see any remaining positive cases.
Well, that will be quite difficult to predict at this point of time. But of course, every government official is saying that the next week is going to be really crucial, because that is how we really understand that where we are standing in the stage 3. Of course, the cases are increasing in Karnataka as well. Nolan is joined with me from Bangalore. Nolan, there was a word which was used by the Karnataka government that there are some cluster cases in the district of Mysuru. You know, what is the situation there, and what is the government talking about it?
Well, in fact, what the government of Karnataka is actually trying to do is now, one, everyone knows there's a lockdown. Now, in those places where they feel that there are increase in number of cases, Chikbalapura, Tumkuru, Mangaluru, and also Nanjangud in Mysuru district, what they have done is made sure that people cannot get out of that place and people can't come in. But the biggest issue that we are facing over here, yes, we have our fruits, we have our vegetables, medicines, everything is there. In fact, most of the supermarkets are either open in the morning or they are open in the evening. Majority of the people are following the rules, everything is all right. But the biggest issue that Bengaluru or Karnataka per se is facing is this: people don't want to stay at home. Everyone is outside, everyone has an excuse. Someone's grandmother has passed away, someone has hurt their finger, someone has hurt their toe, someone has to buy something emergency. There are so many excuses. Any road, we are now in Raja Ram Mohan Roy Road. The police just don't know what to do. In fact, they have been, sources in the police tell us that they are very, very unhappy with what the senior officers have done here in the police by giving passes. In fact, so many people have taken passes that everyone is out. Anyone who comes over here, and when they are stopped, and when they are asked as to why they are out, they show their e-pass.
Every
so many
state
people
government and the administration who is trying to enforce this lockdown is facing across India that people are just not ready to listen to them. A lot of places people have listened to them completely and have stayed back at their homes, only coming out at the time when the essential goods needs to be bought. But otherwise, these problems are being faced by every single state government at this point of time. So that's a wrap on this bulletin. For further news and updates, you can log on to indiatoday.in. You can also download the app, and remember, stay home, stay alive.